Look at Vitalik dance. To me it's almost like romance, like when I saw Ivan's pants.
Check out this dance.
Vitalik is dancing. Vitalik is dancing. Vitalik is dancing. Why are they dancing? Vitalik is dancing. Vitalik is dancing. This guy is dancing.
Oh gosh. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Crypto Evolution. Brought to you by Vitalik Buterin. And look, I think the guy's an absolute genius, but just an open letter to Vitalik. Stop dancing. Stop dancing, rapping. You're a very intelligent guy. Today's video is about Vitalik essentially laying out Ethereum 2.0's roadmap and what that means for Ethereum. You know, the start of the video is just having a poke, having a bit of fun. I love it when he has a dance.
Proof of stake is hard, but what I do know is when we learn a shard, we'll change the whole game, though.
Eth 2.0, yo! Eth 2.0, yo! Eth 2.0, yo! Eth 2.0, yo!
So, look, he's a very intelligent guy. So the first thing I'm going to do is start off with who is Vitalik Buterin, if you don't know. Some new people to the space. We'll talk about him right now. Then we're going to talk about an article about essentially what he says about 2.0's roadmap, Ethereum 2.0. The second biggest cryptocurrency. A lot of interesting stuff happening with DeFi. So stay with me, guys. Give me a like and subscribe. Tick that bell and let's get going. Vitalik Buterin is a Russian-Canadian programmer and writer primarily known as co-founder of Ethereum and as a co-founder of Bitcoin magazine. Now, Buterin learned about Bitcoin actually from his father at age 17. In 2012, he obtained a bronze medal in the International Olympiad of Informatics. In 2013, a year later, he visited developers in other countries who shared his enthusiasm for code. He returned to Toronto later that year and published a white paper proposing Ethereum. He attended the University of Waterloo but dropped out in 2014 when he received the Thiel Fellowship in the amount of $100,000 and went to work on Ethereum full-time. Now before then, Bitcoin magazine, Buterin met a person on a Bitcoin chat forum trying to start a Bitcoin blog. The owner offered 5 Bitcoins, about $3.50 at the time, to anyone who would write an article for him. Buterin wrote for the site until its website shut down soon thereafter, just due to lack of mainstream attention at the time. Now, back in 2011, September 2011, another person reached out to Buterin about a new publication called Bitcoin Magazine, a position which Buterin would accept as the first co-founder and contribute as a leading writer. In addition, Buterin wrote about Bitcoin-related topics for other publications, including Bitcoin Weekly. Bitcoin Magazine in 2012 later began publishing a print edition and has been referred to as the first series publication dedicated to cryptocurrencies. Buterin, as a co-founder and inventor of Ethereum, essentially, described a decentralized mining network and software development platform rolled into one that facilitates the creation of new cryptocurrencies and programs that share a single blockchain. Buterin first described Ethereum in a white paper. In late 2013, Buterin argued that Bitcoin needed a scripting language for application development, but when he failed to gain agreement, he proposed development of a new platform with a more general scripting language. Okay, look, now I've explained who Vitalik Buterin is. Okay, I've given you a bit of background, I've given him a spotlight, if you will. Here's a interesting article from Cointelegraph. So Vitalik Buterin reveals Ethereum 2.0 roadmap to Cointelegraph. So 2.0, Ethereum 2.0 has been discussed for some time, okay? There's a few memes about it too. It's just taken a long time, but they're trying to do it the right way. The thing I like about Vitalik is he's not afraid to try different things and also, I guess, discuss when it's not working and let's try this or let's try that to improve the network or improve transactions, make it more robust and secure. So I'll just go through this article. All right, so from Cointelegraph. So Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin discussed plans for Ethereum 2.0 during an exclusive interview with Cointelegraph on the February 19th at the Stanford Blockchain Conference. Buterin explained that the major development for Ethereum 2.0 over the course of this year is the launch of Phase 0, he said. Phase 0 is the first phase of Ethereum 2.0 launch. This will release the proof-of-stake network, which will come online this year. While the official launch date of Phase 0 is still unknown, Buterin explained that Phase 0 is close to having a multi-client testnet and audits of the existing code, he noted. So, like I said, he's trying to do the right thing, do it the right way, not just produce something and try and work it out on the fly. These guys are going and getting audits done on the code to ensure it's a good code before they go ahead. Okay, so I'll continue here. So he said a lot of optimization is currently underway with Phase 0, which will continue to refine over the next few months. So the Ethereum 2.0 roadmap. Following the launch of Phase 0, Vitalik Buterin stated that Ethereum 2.0 will begin as an independent proof-of-stake network. Now, I've mentioned proof-of-stake network. Okay, Bitcoin uses proof of work, where the miners work towards making those calculations, and they're rewarded. Whereas proof-of-stake is essentially you're staking your coins, okay, and you're getting some of those coins back in return for staking, and you are then helping the network, or you're part of that network. So if you haven't seen that video up above about what proof of stake is, okay, it's a little bit different. A lot of companies are going towards proof of stake because it's not basically labor intensive in terms of the mining hardware required. Okay, there's no mining, therefore there's no the electricity costs are far less. It's essentially you're just running something a node or validator on your computer. You don't have those big expenses like you do with Bitcoin. Okay, so I'll continue on here. So he explained that the purpose behind this is to allow the proof-of-stake system to start off slowly in order to prove its capabilities over time. He explained Ethereum 2.0 will start with no applications and will have a small number of validators. Buterin noted that Phase 1 of Ethereum 2.0 will launch next, which will enable sharding. Now, according to a blog post from Ethereum 2.0 testnet client, Seismic Labs, or Prismatic Labs, I should say, Ethereum 2.0 will contain a central blockchain known as the beacon chain. This will coordinate all 64 side chains called shards. The post explains that every shard will act as a full proof-of-stake system, containing an independent piece of state and transaction history. Instead of processing all network transactions, each node will only process transactions for a certain shard. So this essentially adds to the speed of capabilities, transactions per second of the network. Okay, if implemented correctly, sharding would provide a solution for Ethereum's scalability problem without compromising the network's security and decentralized nature. Buterin noted that once Ethereum 2.0 network becomes fully robust, Ethereum 1.0 will merge into the 2.0 system, completing the transaction. Now, continue on about staking concerns. Now, staking is when you're going to be basically given a reward for holding the token. Okay, Ethereum 2.0's development team held an Ask Me Anything session on Reddit. Okay, and reported that during the event, the primary concern from the Ethereum community was the transition to a proof-of-stake system. As a proof-of-stake network, asset holders are rewarded for pledging their coin holdings to protect and validate the network. Ethereum 2.0 will require 32 Ether to participate as a validator. So essentially, as long as you've got 32 ETH, you can participate as a validator, okay, on the network. And for that, you'll be rewarded. Okay, and look, a lot of systems are going. Cardano's going to proof of stake, a delegated proof of stake. A lot of other companies are too. So, what's another one there? You've got, heaps. But the one I'm thinking of is Tezos. Okay, XTZ. They call it baking. Okay, similar thing. You're essentially staking the coin to earn rewards. So that's all I just sort of share with you. Look, Ethereum 2.0 is still coming, okay? And I think they're doing it the right way. They've got a lot of things they've got to sort out because Ethereum's got a big future in front of it in terms of, DeFi, decentralized finance, we talked about with Andreas, okay? And they've got to work this out. They can't have scalability issues like they did with CryptoKitties. If you're not aware of that, have a look at it. Google it, CryptoKitties, Ethereum. essentially blocked up the network. So it's great to see he's constantly working on improving Ethereum, okay, and its capabilities. So look, that's all I had today, folks, and I really appreciate your time. If you did enjoy that content, give us a like and subscribe button, tick that bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.